Hello, this is Marilyn on the Buying Space Channel. I feel like I've lost a friend. Went into a chat room early this week, or maybe last week. Woman was calling me Miss Myra. She's fully aware I don't want to be called Miss Myra. She's going on and on about how well she knows me and how close friends we are, all the time calling me Miss Myra. So after she got done with her rant, I please don't call me Miss Myra. I'm either Myra, Lane, or Buying Space. So anyway, yesterday I got in a room, and here she is, calling me Miss Myra again. And I put, please don't call me Miss Myra. Please. So I left. Came in this morning. Good morning, Miss Myra. Well, hello and goodbye. It's Juneteenth. And calling somebody Miss in their first name to a woman that is not young and not unmarried or never married is racist. And you say, oh, that's what we do in the South to be polite. Why is it that we only do that in the South? Why is it the rest of the United States calls somebody Ms. Freeman or Mrs. Freeman or even Miss Freeman, even though that's inaccurate? And in the South, we say MISS and the woman's first name when she's elderly. Why is that? That's because all the white women that lived in the big house when there was slavery, they were Miss Karen and Miss Pam and Miss whatever their first name was. Okay? So, and all the African American ladies, all the slaves were just called by their first name. So, when civil rights progressed, at first we were still calling white women, elderly white women, Miss first name, Miss Karen, Miss Pam, Miss Sue. And it was taboo, during the Jim Crow era to call, at that point in time, middle-aged elderly black women Miss Karen, Sue, Pam, whatever their names were. So I guess about 1950s and 60s, when civil rights really kicked in, we had equality, or we were getting there at least. All of a sudden, it was okay to call black women, African American women, Miss Sue, Miss Pam, Miss Karen. And you know what? They loved it. But they didn't realize they were continuing to propagate white privilege. Because the term MISS is for, in the rest of the country, was, had gone, well, and always had been, according to the rules that Ann Landers follows. Those old Victorian rules that said MISS was for young women who had never been married, and not older women. So that custom of calling somebody Miss Karen or Miss Sue or Miss Pam or Miss whatever their first name is continued longer, because it was celebrated among African American women who, unbeknownst to them, were continuing a Southern custom that was racist. So it's Juneteenth. How about we let loose of the Miss Sue, Pam, or Karen, or whatever? Because the reason the South continued that custom was because it started with slavery. So anybody calls me that, I know where it came from. I know why we used that. And it was because we had slavery. It's Juneteenth. Let's let go of the Miss Karen. It's Mrs. Smith. Or it's just Karen. I don't have a problem with anybody calling me Myra or Myra Elaine. I don't have any problem somebody using my first name. But do not put the MISS in front of it, or you're continuing the history of oppression, the history of slavery onto me and the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. We are entering an age of gender neutrality. In addition to all of this, let's promote equal rights among the genders and among the races. It's Juneteenth. Can we please do that? And it's in 2024, not 1880.